Welcome to the Double R Show, the podcast that features everything about North Lincoln County. The Double R Show, directed and produced by Paul Robertson and hosted by the voice of Lincoln City, Roger Robertson.
Well, birds of a feather can flock together, and we're going to have a variety of information programs in the Double R Show today.
Yeah, so we've got Jane Secular's going to be part of the show today from the Siletz Bay Music Festival.
Music.
Yeah, that's some talent that's coming to town here in a couple of weeks here now, or next week, actually. Mm-hmm. And then Ruth Shelley from the Seven Capes Bird Alliance. You want to remember Seven Capes is the renamed Audubon Society of Lincoln City.
Interesting story there. Listen for that.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. And then Dr. Leslie Ogden from Samaritan North Lincoln Hospital and Pacific Community Hospitals will be talking about some, really high-level awards that have been given out locally, and so we're going to hear a little bit about that.
It is amazing the talent that we have in this county, especially in the medical profession, and again, thanks to the Samaritan Systems for helping put that together. We'll be back and get into it right after this.
The wild-eyed Southern boys are back. 38 Special. Rocking into the night. Saturday, September 6th, Chinook Winds Casino Resort. Get tickets now at ChinookWinds.com, Chinook Winds box office, or by phone at 1-888-MAIN-ACT. Don't miss 38 Special, live. Chinook Winds, where concerts are better at the beach.
If you're looking for great early garden fresh produce, it's Kenny's IGA in the Bay Area of Lincoln City. 4 generations of Morgans caring for your every grocery need. All of your favorite beverages, a full deli, meat, produce, and of course, groceries.
Home-style cooking in a hometown atmosphere. Hi, I'm Adina from Zeller's Restaurant in Rose Lodge in Lincoln City. Join us daily for good fun and great food. You can even kick up your heels at Zeller's.
Music will be filling the air, if you will, in a variety of different locations in North Lincoln County and in South Tillamook County as well. With us is Jane Secular. And Jane, we're talking about what?
We are talking about the Siletz Bay Music Festival 2025.
Yes, we are, and that comes off?
That comes off really soon, August 14th through 24th.
A lot of talent coming in to the coast for this event.
We do have a lot of talent coming into the coast. It's our artistic director, Migrating is located in London right now, where he teaches, and he'll be flying in. Our brand new conductor that we're very excited about is Johann Stuckenbrook, and he's coming in also from London, although he frequently conducts in San Diego. We have a really exciting young new guitarist named Jojo Georgi Dimitrov, who is coming from Bulgaria. So we have a really international group of musicians this year.
Why?
The reason why is because our late, great, well-beloved artistic director and founder, Yaki Bergman, wanted to create a festival that is welcoming, that is surprising, that is magical and extraordinary. And he does this by bringing the same musicians back year after year so that people grow to know and love them, but also bringing someone new into the mix every year, and young and incredibly talented people. And Migrating, following in Yaki's footsteps, maintains that vision, and because of his position teaching, has a really good way to find new young talent. So that's why we do that.
But he still looks like he's 16.
Yaki. I mean, Migrating.
Migrating.
He does. He actually now looks like he's about 17 or 18.
Okay, he gained a couple
but
years.
he has some secret that I'm trying to find out.
I would think so. There's the guy is absolutely magic on the piano.
It has more energy than any 3 other human beings I know put together.
So the venue will be?
The venues, as they have been the last few years, Chamber will take place at the Lincoln City Cultural Center, opening with Migrating's recital on the 14th. on Saturday, we're going to shake it up and we're going to go to Newport on Saturday this year for a chamber concert at the Dorfler Theater, which is in the Pacific Maritime Heritage Center.
Right. Okay.
And then back to the Cultural Center for Musical Tapas. And if you don't know about Musical Tapas, it's fun chamber music and delicious light bites, and it sells out quickly, so tickets should be gotten quickly. Then we move to the Congregational Church for our traditional free concert on Tuesday, and we're adding a ticketed concert on Wednesday because it's so beautiful and because the sound is so good. The audience loves it. The musicians love to play there. And there will be some really exciting, not very frequently heard pieces of chamber music for both of those concerts. Then we move to Chinook Winds Casino Resort for 2 nights of jazz and 2 days of orchestral music. And on Saturday afternoon, we have our free concert for kids at Regatta Park. I'm very excited about that. It's Peter and the Wolf this year, but not with an orchestra. It's with a wind quintet. And I have cast a 13-year-old thespian from Taft to be our narrator. And he's great. His name is Thayer Kaiser, and he's going to be so much fun.
That's fun. That's fun. That's fun. We have people literally all over the world that come to participate. Do we have people from all over the world that come because the festival is taking place?
I would say more, not maybe so much around the world, but certainly around the country and around the state. We love bringing new people in from Portland, and we're making better connections there to bring people in. We have fans who come from Arizona every year, from Chicago. So we do get a mix, but it's pretty much a festival for the home team. You know, we love our local audience.
It's got to be supported locally to make it worthwhile for somebody from out of town to come to.
Absolutely, and that's what we call our festival family. We have an amazing group of people. We have over 100 volunteers who house musicians and feed musicians and work the concert and haul instruments around.
Without the volunteers, this would not happen.
Oh, no, we couldn't do it without our volunteers. We really couldn't.
Couldn't afford it.
Absolutely. But also businesses support us. They take ads in the printed program. They take sponsorships. They get to sponsor a concert or a musician or an orchestra section. And again, we couldn't do it without them either.
Ticket sales underway now. And,
tickets are on sale, and you can get them at www.siletzbaymusic.org. Or if you don't like doing it online, you can call 541-264-5828. And our lovely Liz will be happy to help you with your tickets.
And some of the venues, some of the programs do sell out quite early on.
They do, particularly Tapas. The jazz program on Thursday, the 21st this year, I'm so excited about it. It is a Portland jazz musician who worked with the late, great jazz saxophonist Jim Pepper, a Native American musician who brought Native American elements, songs, chants, rhythms into straight-ahead jazz. In the 60s and 70s, he died tragically very young, but his music was extraordinary. And Gordon Lee, who played with Jim, wants to keep his music alive. And so he has put together a sextet that is coming to play Jim Pepper's music and honor him and remember him and tell stories about him. And as part of this, a young woman, Native American, named Bear Florendo, she's a singer and a fancy dancer. She will be coming to sing and dance with that, and she is so
Very
exciting.
Nice.
I can't even tell you. That show, I think, will sell out quickly. And the orchestra shows, even though we have a big house at the casino, it's really important to get tickets because it's going to fill up and it's going to be great.
It's going to be great. We'll be back in just a moment.
Zantello Law Group has moved. I'm Josh Zantello, and our law firm is now located across from the Lincoln City Community Center on Northeast 21st. Our law firm of knowledgeable professionals stand ready to assist you in life's matters.
Wouldn't it be great to have all your insurance needs handled by one agency? This is Charlotte Lado with Farmers Insurance and the Insurance Store. Visit our office next to the Wildflower Grill in Lincoln City. Let us be your one stop for your personal, commercial, health, and Medicare insurance needs.
Ruth Shelley joins us, and Ruth is with the Seven Capes Bird Alliance, which is what, Ruth?
It is the former Audubon Society of Lincoln City. So we are a chapter of the National Audubon Society that covers Lincoln and Tillamook counties.
And the mission, the goal is to do what?
We are here to have both residents and visitors appreciate the habitats and wildlife of the Central Oregon coast, particularly birds.
Are there that many different birds in the area?
Oh my gosh, I've never counted them. But we are known among birders in the state as being one of the richest hotspots for birds.
Why is that?
We have such a diversity of habitats.
Okay.
When you look at the beach, the lake, the coastal forests, and then the overwintering of migrating birds that come to Lincoln City for a vacation like everyone is doing now, because we have open water that stays open all year round. And so many waterfowl especially use Devil's Lake and surrounding lakes, rivers, and streams as an overwintering area.
We have an in-migration of a lot of birds. Is what you tell me? You come down from Canada, Alaska, whatever?
Exactly. Coming down from the north and coming up from the south. And one of our most notable residents here right now are the osprey, which come up from South America and Mexico to nest here in Lincoln City during the summer. And right now and through September, they'll be going back south until they return next February, March.
A lot of power company, phone companies put up poles just for the osprey, do they not?
Well, that's in enlightened self-interest because the osprey, when they build nests on power poles or cellular towers, interfere with the equipment. And so it's much better for the utility companies to build a platform above or adjacent to that equipment so that the birds don't mess with their stuff.
Other than looking at birds, what do you do?
Oh, my goodness. In terms of the chapter, we have a three-pronged program area. And so we do education, conservation, and community science.
Give me an example of each.
For education, it runs the gamut from preschoolers, where we do in-classroom programs in schools, to seniors, where we do programs in senior centers and community centers. But in between, we run 1 to 2 bird walks a month for the general public, all free. We do webinars and multiple publications to educate the people about our local birds and habitats. And we are equally engaged, perhaps even more so right now, in conservation of our local habitats. The conservation covers not only the coastal habitat, which you might expect, but also our very rich estuaries and the coastal forest, to be sure that those habitats are preserved so that birds have a healthy place to live. And then finally, in community science, we run programs that get everyday people involved in collecting data for scientific research. And 3 big programs there include our Ospreys, where we have a team of more than 50 volunteers monitoring our local osprey nests. We do a Christmas bird count every December. We do a backyard bird count.
Let's back up. A Christmas bird count is what?
It is usually on the most miserable day of the year in December, but it is a national program run by National Audubon where National engages local chapters to take a 1-day count of as many birds as can be seen from midnight to midnight. And there's a period of time where you can choose that. Some people go from dawn to dusk. There are dedicated birders who go out in the middle of the night to look for owls. But we have teams that are led by expert birders that go throughout Lincoln City, and then another group that goes throughout Tillamook to count as many birds as we can, both the number of species and the number of individuals. And then we come back and report at the end of the day, have a big chili potluck, and celebrate our success.
Ruth Shelley is with us, Seven Capes Bird Alliance. Why Seven Capes Bird Alliance versus just the Audubon Society?
Well, as I said, we used to be Audubon Society of Lincoln City, and there are many Audubon chapters across the nation. But as we had always wanted to change our name because Lincoln City is very focused, and we serve all of Lincoln County and all of Tillamook County. So we had decided, two and a half years ago that we wanted to change our name. But then there was sort of a national awareness that Audubon, the person, was not the best individual in the world. Definitely a talented artist and a very competent naturalist. But he was one who held white supremacist views. He owned slaves. He desecrated native graves. And so many Audubon chapters across the nation decided, that really doesn't reflect our values. And Audubon himself never had anything to do with the Audubon Society. It was named after him after he had died and gone.
Because of his paintings? Because of his
paintings. Birds of America is still one of the most incredible compendium of birds in the United States. And so as we looked at the myriad names that we could choose, we followed Portland's lead, which used to be Portland Audubon Society, and they became Bird Alliance of Oregon. We loved the term Bird Alliance because it was all about birds, our focus area, an alliance of people and organizations that really wanted to get together behind conservation and education. The question was, Bird Alliance of what? And we really decided that Lincoln and Tillamook counties, we had many different versions, but we decided to go with a natural boundary versus a political boundary. And if you look at a map, from Cape Perpetua in the south to Arch Cape in the north is essentially Lincoln and Tillamook counties. Okay. So you can count up 7 capes between those two, and we decided that's the stretch of the coast we are named for.
Final question. If I want to become involved with the Seven Capes Bird Alliance, I do what?
Just go to our website at sevencapes.org. We have all of our membership information there, our full schedule of events. You can see when our walks are coming up. And I'm so eager for people to join us because not only will you learn a ton, but you will meet a community of like-minded individuals, and we have an awful lot of fun.
Northwest Septic Service is your one-stop shop for all your septic needs.
Northwest Septic Service offers pumping, maintenance, repair, and inspections with one call, 541-994-6977.
Buying or selling a home? Northwest Septic Service can inspect your sewer line or an entire septic system.
Old or failing septic system? Northwest Septic Service can rejuvenate most drain fields, saving you thousands of dollars. 541-994-6977.
Serving Lincoln, Tillamook, and Yamhill counties, Northwest Septic Service.
We at La Roca are proud of our food, but don't take our word for it. Read the reviews. One person wrote, the service was friendly and efficient. Another writes, La Roca has become one of our favorites because it's authentic Mexican food.
From Samaritan North Lincoln Hospital and Pacific Communities Hospital, we welcome back Dr. Leslie Ogden. Thanks for being here again.
Thanks for having me.
You have just handed out a number of awards to nursing staff.
And
what's that all about?
Yeah, so we have every year the opportunity to identify our best and brightest, those nurses that make the biggest difference in patients' lives. And patients can nominate them, or sometimes it takes a nomination from a fellow employee who sees what's going on and is able to say, that's really special, and we need to recognize that person. So however we learn about it, we get Daisy Award nominations.
Daisy Award nominations.
Okay. And let me tell you where the Daisy Award came from. So there is a gentleman named Patrick Barnes who died, unfortunately, at the age of 33 from an autoimmune disease. And he was so struck by the care, though, that he and his family were so struck by the care that he received from his nurses that after he died, they started this award in order to recognize outstanding nursing care. Yeah, and so it's a nationwide type of award now, and most hospitals have adopted it. But it stands for, DAISY is an acronym for Diseases Attacking the Immune System, and that's specific to Patrick Barnes.
Okay.
But a lot of things that we celebrate along with DAISY Awards are specific to Patrick Barnes. Things like, in the end, he couldn't really taste much very well and didn't have a love for food, but he could taste cinnamon. And so his nurses would bring him cinnamon treats and things to really see if they could get him to eat. So when we celebrate DAISY Awards, we often give things like cinnamon buns or snickerdoodles or things like that to our nurses.
Candy.
Cinnamon candy, anything along those lines, because it does go back to this very special person and his family who was so struck by the care they received that they started this whole way to recognize nurses.
So does each hospital have one DAISY award, or are there multiple, or what?
What's great question, because we do have multiple.
Very good.
We have an individual DAISY award. We have a team DAISY award, because sometimes people work in such big teams that you can't separate out one person who did an exemplary job. You really have to recognize the whole team. And then our Newport Hospital also does a nurse manager DAISY award, that they want to recognize their nurses who have even gone a step higher, a little bit further away from the front line, but do an outstanding job making sure our nurses can take great care of people.
Without a drum roll, we are going to award the DAISY Awards to?
Let me tell you. So at North Lincoln,
Okay.
our extraordinary nurse by herself was Emma Thompson this year, and she works in our hospital's birthing unit. And so she was recognized for following a patient in recovery she followed a scheduled and uneventful cesarean section, but noticed that patient needed immediate care. She identified the problem. She was the lead nurse throughout the situation and remained at the patient's side to offer reassurance, support, and comfort. She spent extra time with the patient and the family, reviewed the situation, answered questions, and ensured that the patient and her family were very well cared for, both physically and mentally.
I like the notion, and the family.
Right. Because there's an awful lot going on, especially in the birthing unit. And it's not just one patient. There's two patients and that family that's there as well.
And that father that may survive.
Correct. So we are super excited to recognize Emma for that and really acknowledge that she went above and beyond.
Okay, very good. So the next award goes to?
Well, we have a team award,
Very
and this
good.
was given to Marcy Violet, Anna Castanelos Villanueva, Jim Johnston, and Scott Christensen. And now, mind you, Marcy and Anna are on the labor and delivery unit as well, but Jim came from the emergency department, and Scott Christensen is one of our house supervisors. They performed well as a team in a critical situation, and they were exemplary.
In the birthing center again? Or?
Correct. They handled an urgent, emergent situation with calm, compassionate, and effective professionalism, really during what can be just a really stressful time.
And they were nominated by whom?
They were actually nominated by, let me see if I've got it here. I don't. They might have been nominated, I suspect, by fellow workers.
Very good.
Because they would have seen all of that
All
happen
of the
and really
interaction.
said, that's the way it's supposed to work. Things often don't go as expected in medicine because every person's an individual and every person's body can be in a different situation. But we're trained ideally to react appropriately in each and every situation. And this was one of those where they should write the textbook on how to react and how to handle all of the scenarios.
So shine the spotlight now on Pacific Communities Hospital, the awards given out down in Newport.
Yeah, so down in Newport, we had James King win the Daisy Nurse Award by himself. He's worked for Samaritan since August of 2016, and his nomination was for excellent care given to an ICU patient, as well as to, just like you said, the family members who gathered at the patient's bedside. And so the nomination came from the family about his care and really just how he had a sense of humor, how his training and experience obviously contributed to his work, and his human caring and heart were in it all.
Very good. And the next award?
Our nurse leader, Sarah Cole. And many people might know her because she's born and raised in the area in Lincoln County.
Homegrown.
Homegrown. And she is just a fabulous nurse manager, so skilled. She's over the labor and delivery unit as well as case management. And she often subs in for leadership when needed as well. So she just has done such an excellent job with everything that she's done, that she was nominated by our Vice President for Patient Care Services.
Oh, wonderful calling.
Yep.
And did you have a group award as well in Newport?
Yes, we did. We had a team award, and that was given to the Infusion Services team. And that really recognized their efforts to keep patients and families in Lincoln County receiving their largely chemotherapy, sorts of treatments. And they tell us that cancer care is never just a day job. And several of their teammates did things like use breaks to go meet with patients and give them a final hug when they finish their treatment. They do all kinds of things to make sure that they communicate well ahead of patients coming and really give the patients everything that they need so that they get well-rounded treatment, not just some medications in a vein.
Number of people at the Pacific Communities Hospital and Samaritan North Lincoln Hospital being awarded and given recognition because they care.
They care.
You'll find a book for every occasion at Bob's Beach Books. Something to read as you relax by an open fire? We have it. Studying a particular topic? We have that too. Traveling to a far-off land? Discover it first by reading. Bob's Beach Books in the Ocean Lake area of Lincoln City? Come discover.
I've enjoyed today's program, talking about birds, talking about music, talking about people that are doing good things.
Yeah, a lot of talents. A lot of talent taking place. We have some meetings upcoming in the Lincoln City area. August 13th, we got the Public Arts Committee. August 20th, the Parks and Recreation Board meets. City Council coming up on August the 25th. And again, if you would like to apply for a council seat, there is one that is available, and they are taking applications for that as well, along with an opportunity to do some volunteer work and serve on the City Charter Review Committee, and that is about to get underway. They will be appointed by the City Council, and I believe there's still maybe one opening on that board as well. So, what else do we have? Yeah, well, Cascade Advisory Collaborative's got a couple events coming up. Kayaking in the Daylight 2025, that's August 23rd, Night Park. There's some boat spaces available, and you can rent a boat through Safari Town as well. And then also Kayaking the Moonlight on September 6th. So if you like the water and you want opportunities to get out with your friends and family, come join us. Register at cascadehead.org.
You do a lot of work up in that estuary.
Yeah, so, we've done a lot of our programming is tied to Night Park, and again, that's just that park off Three Rocks Road, county park, public space. You can get in and out of the water. There's a good nature system out there. You can reach, of course, the headland from that spot and the like, so.
Coming up September 5, we got Stuff of Us. This is your opportunity to help us help all of the children in North Lincoln County. It'll be taking place at the Lincoln City Outlets. October 7th, we have the Senior Fair up at Chinook Winds Casino Resort. Also in September, Celebration of Honor. This is September 10, 11, and 12 up at Chinook Winds. And speaking of Chinook Winds, August 23rd, 24, it's Surf City. Surf's up, baby, and the car show is dazzling. Absolutely dazzling.
A lot of chrome.
A lot of chrome. Chrome domes, like the top of my head. Anything else your side of the table?
We are clear from here.
So that will do it to the doings on the Double R Show. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share so you, your family, and friends around the world can join us right here on the Double R Show. For Paul and Jana, I'm Double R. Have a happy day.
You've been listening to The Double R Show. Join Roger and Paul Robertson as they explore everything about North Lincoln County. The Double R Show, produced by Always Productions and hosted by Roger Robertson. Have a story? Email contact@alwaysproductions.com or call 458-201-3039. For The Double R Show, I'm Jana Grawn.